After downloading the Magento source code, we have to run the Magento installer to configure the application and initialize the database. This can be done using a browser UI or with a command line interface command. We'll use the CLI approach first, and then I'll show the alternative browser UI installation in the next video. In either case, the database should be created before running the install command, so let's just do that. And let's also create a user. Okay, now we are ready to execute bin Magento setup install. The setup install command supports a lot of options. Let's have a quick look. So these are all the options that are available. Most of them we don't actually need. So I tend to just specify the minimum required values, and then I reuse the command from my bash history. We could simply type in the full command here, but I like to be lazy. So I'll just use my bash history to pull up the last time I ran the command. So I'll hit Ctrl R, look for setup install, and there it is. So first I like specifying memory limit equals -1. That switches off the PHP memory limit. That is the default for PHP CLI, but I like doing that just in case that has been changed on a given system. And then we have the backend front name, which is the request path in the browser to access the admin interface. And for dev instance, admin is just fine. And then we specify the database access credentials. M2TV example is the database and the example user we just created. We need to specify the base URL. And please note it has to end with a trailing slash. We want to use URL rewrites. And then we specify the admin user, contact credentials, and login. So admin and password 123. That's my dev instance admin user. And then let's just hit return. So even though I prefer the command line, it is also possible to configure the application and install the database using browser UI. It's just that that takes a lot longer than just pulling up the last record out of the bash history and changing the required values. Anyway, let's have a look at the browser installation in the next video.